So welcome everyone to Wi-Fi Wednesdays. My name is Kevin Z. I am founder and CEO of My Wi-Fi Networks, and we meet here on Facebook Live and on Zoom every single week to talk about the latest and greatest in social Wi-Fi marketing. So first, let me do a quick sound check. Let me know if you can hear my voice and see my screen. I'm going to quickly, I see that we are live on Facebook, which is awesome. They fixed that problem. So that is great. Key in the big yes if you can hear my voice and see my screen. Awesome, great. And this is being recorded, so if you guys come late, you can always have to leave early. You can always do this, but I'm going to try to keep these more short and sweet every single week because I know your time is valuable. So I'm going to get right to it. We are happy to launch our brand new automation engine. Okay, this is very similar, sorry, to what we had previously, except we totally redesigned the entire user experience. We redesigned the flow. We redesigned the way that you add apps or formally integrations to the dashboard, and we made it much easier to use. And the next step from here, I know a lot of you are going to ask, is extending this so your sub-users can also access this directly through the quick report with a little bit more work to do before we launch that. But I'm happy to announce that the new automation is now live. So number one, you plug in the apps you already use. So as you guys know, we redesigned our integrations, or now it's called apps. So you add your apps. We have different social apps, autoresponders, CRMs, different tools. Obviously, we're adding more all the time. So you plug in the apps you already use, and then you use that to collect emails and obviously build audiences and build lists. But the key is the power of our platform comes with the automation. So you can very easily automate all of your email and SMS marketing, not only through our dashboard, but also through all of your third-party tools. So the new automation tool looks a bit like this. I'm going to jump over and show it to you live in a minute, but I want you to really, get this, understood. So as you know, every automation has a trigger, a delay, and an action. So the trigger is the event that happens that originally starts the automation. So the trigger could be when somebody connects to Wi-Fi, as you see over here, when somebody disconnects from Wi-Fi, so they officially leave the network, they either time out or they hit their session or they move away from the signal and they lose their signal. They probably left the business. That's considered a disconnect. They're inactive, which means they have not connected to Wi-Fi in X amount of days. So if, let's say, I connect to a coffee shop today, and then 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days go by, I'm inactive for 4 days if I have not come back. So it's a great, we want you back or promotional opportunity to target people that have not been back to your location or have been inactive for X amount of days. And then obviously we have birthday, where this is triggered on that user's birthday. Okay, that's the trigger. Then we have the delay. The delay can happen either in real time or it can be after a certain amount of time. So let's say you don't want to send a message right when somebody disconnects. You want to wait 3 hours until they maybe get a chance to go home, get in a more comfortable place to then get the email that you're sending them. A lot of people that might be getting spam complaints or having issues probably are not using the delay feature to its fullest capacity. If I connect to a location, all of a sudden I get a bunch of emails. It's like, whoa, hold on. It's always best to delay your message a little bit to let the client kind of settle down, have it, take a breather, and then follow up with that message. And then you can send it either always, so every time a user connects, only one time. So that's great for like a welcome message or a one-time promotional message, or we do by number of visits. So after a user has been back X amount of times, that's great for loyalty. So we have these new triggers, delays, and automations and actions, and then you plug in your apps that you already use. Okay, and because we integrate with Zapier, you can actually connect to over 1,000 apps. Zapier has really grown since this slide's a little bit old, but it's now 1,000 apps. So let me actually jump over to our dashboard and let me show you exactly how this looks. So everyone who has a white label right now can log in and check this out. So you dive into your own dashboard, you click on automation. You're going to notice things look very different around here. So number one, and I might actually, just for the sake of this, this might actually work better for you guys. I'm just going to switch my resolution on my computer to make it a little bit easier to see this kind of stuff. There we go. So this is the new automation section. So number one, you have add new automation. You'll notice that everything's changed. So here I'm going to do test automation. I choose the location. So let's say I want to have an automation happen at the White House. Then I can choose to run all campaigns at the White House. So this is a little bit different. Before we asked you to choose either a campaign or a location, here you can do either or. We made it a little bit more flexible. So if you want to, have this trigger every time anybody connects to the White House, regardless of campaign, you can do that. Or you can choose a specific campaign that the White House is running. Okay, so this allows you to narrow it down by location and campaign. Then I click on proceed. And this is all step by step. So we switched the automation tool to be really easy to use, primarily because we've broken it down into major steps. So here you choose your trigger. So let's say I want to do when people disconnect. Then I choose, hey, do you want to have a delay or no delay? I can do it in real time or on a delay. So here I will delay it, and I will delay it for hours, minutes, or days. Here I will delay it, let's say, for 3 hours, like I mentioned before. Here I'll delay for 3 hours. Then I can choose to send this always, one time, or after a certain amount of visits. Here I will make it happen once. Then I choose my automation. You'll notice we have some new things here, primarily reputation loop. That's a brand new reputation or a brand new integration. The platform's been around for a long time, and those who are interested in using reputation loop for your system, hold off on buying, because I actually know the owner, Hershey and Zach. If you're familiar with them, they're very good friends of mine, and I'm negotiating a very good deal for anyone that wants to use reputation loop. That's a MyWiFi user, to get on board with them at a crazy discounted low price. We're going to be doing that offer very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. But we recently launched that integration. So it's right over here. But I'll show you with MailChimp, for example. We've done some cool things here. So if you don't have a MailChimp campaign right now, so let's say I've gone through this flow. I have my, my trigger, my delay, my action, and now I have to add my app. Previously, on our old automation tool, you'd have to like stop what you're doing here, actually get out and go create the new automation first, and then come back and redo it. So it was kind of like a waste of time. Here, we've made it easy. If you want to create a new MailChimp, let's say I don't have a MailChimp account connected yet, and I want to create one right away, I can click on create. I can choose my app name, or I'll do test MailChimp. And then my API key, obviously, I will go to my MailChimp account. I will copy my API key listed inside my integrations or developer tab. Then I would come back over here and I would paste, whatever that actual API key is. I will paste that right into here, click on proceed. And obviously that wasn't a valid API, so it won't actually show me the list to drop down. But if it was, this allows you to now add your automations in line or in stream, okay? We also have the email. So here, if I want to send an email here, sender's name can be, this subject is thanks for visiting. So now when I proceed here, it allows me to edit the email in a full page environment. So also previously, when you were editing emails, it was a little bit difficult because we kind of iframe this into a much smaller area. Now it's real big. And what's cool is that we are very soon going to be adding email templates. So once you create an email, actually, you'll be able to choose the emails that you've already created from the dropdown. So those who want to use the same email or a tweaked email or change the email without having to redo the whole thing, you now have email templates. It's obviously optional. And very soon, our next step is to populate this with a whole bunch of amazing email templates that you guys could use instead of starting from scratch. So here I have my email template. I can set that up, click on proceed. Then that's done. It's listed right over here. If I click on the automation, it's going to show me the automation history. Okay, so this is a little bit different as well. You can choose to show history for a predetermined amount of time for this specific automation. All right, and I can go choose here, and this is a test account, so I don't have much set up here yet. But this allows me to see all of my automation history as we go. Okay, if I wanted to edit the automation, I can come back here at any time. I can see this is an email trigger. I can change the actual action if it's connect or disconnect. I can change it over there. I can go over here. Let's say I want it to be always and real time. So that's really cool. I can actually edit all this and change everything. So really nothing much has changed except the whole usability, and it's much easier, much tighter, to turn the automations on or off right in line. You can turn them on and off just like that. And it makes it really nice and easy to use this as a tool for your business. So I'm going to flip over to some questions if anybody has any questions right now. And I just want to mention as well that those who signed up for the Automation Masterclass, I was waiting for this to be developed all of these new automation tools to be developed before we did the training. So I will be scheduling the automation masterclass training. I know it's a little bit late, but it is better late than never because it actually took much longer than we thought to redesign this and redevelop this section. But now that it's done, we are super happy to share it with you. It's live now within your dashboards. Please go check it out. Let us know what you think. And the next steps is to be offering these automation tools to your sub-users so that your sub-users can go in and add their own integrations, set up their own automations, do their own thing. And then the next step from there, as David is asking right now, we are going to be offering the ability to run these triggers to be on a tag. So you'll have the ability to see your list, filter down, let's say, females that are ages this to this that have connected in the last 2 weeks. You can add a tag to those users and then run a real-time trigger or automation to that specific group of users at any time with the click of a button. So that's what we are having coming up next with on this end. And we also have a super awesome release scheduled next week. It has something to do with data and how data is visualized. So I don't want to ruin that surprise, but I will be sharing that and hopefully teasing it for you to launch next week. Question about the automation masterclass, if it's still available. What I'm going to do actually is do a lot of the training. I might actually do the training right on the Wi-Fi Wednesday, so right on this channel, so that those who signed up for the automation masterclass obviously will have the training and then access to me to help them get things in place. But everyone else at least will get access to the training, and I'll show you exactly how to set up fancy automations and how to use this brand new automation engine to power your business. Yeah, Charles, if you're saying the automation looks different, I suggest you log into your dashboard and refresh. We just went live with this literally about 17 minutes ago. So go in, refresh your screens, do even a hard refresh if your websites are cached, and you'll see this brand new automation engine live within your dashboards. All right, any questions I can get to live right now? Clarence had a question. Can you select multiple campaigns instead of just all? Well, what we do is we're breaking that out to allow you to duplicate or clone them. So let me actually just dive over to the dashboard again here. Yes, so we're going to be adding the ability to group these automations. Like, for example, here you can run it on different locations. So your question was, can you run it on multiple campaigns? Yes, you can add, you can create this automation to run. For example, here I can choose this and that and this and that. So I can run them on multiple campaigns if I want. So I don't have to actually create different automations. I create one main automation and then run it across multiple campaigns. So yeah, this will be available to clients. We can create some videos, some white label videos of how to use this, which we plan on doing once we finish all of these updates. Once we do all the visual updates, then we're going to do a whole bunch of unbranded videos that you can share with your clients about how to use the system. But we will be offering this automation to sub-users. So your sub-users can actually go in right within their quick report. And actually, I'll show you another thing that we've recently added along with this, is that right inside locations, go to the dashboard, you'll notice automations are now here as well. So the next step is to allow your clients to access this and set up their own automations right within your quick report or your own dashboard. So right over here, you'll see your automations that are running. You add a new automation. Let's say when users connect, happening by visits, and then you want it to happen with a delay, for example. Here I have my automation and I'm running it on this campaign, or here this is actually set up to be all campaigns. So we'll do that, and you'll see if I set that up, then I am asked to choose my actual automation. If I want to use Zapier, you can create a new Zap or use an existing app. Here, we don't have any existing apps. I can create a new one, and then I have all my Zaps or my opportunities built right in. So it's really cool, really awesome to use. It's never been easier to use the automation tool, and now you can do all of this right within the quick report as well. And then soon your clients will be able to do this as well. Yeah, we will be having unbranded videos that you can share with your clients, but we are not creating those until we are done the redesign of our dashboards. That will be done, I assume, in the next few weeks. So very shortly after that, we'll have some videos you can use to train your clients. But I'd recommend, like, a lot of my videos are going to be going in great detail across all sections. I think usually the best thing to do is, if you have a client and you're giving them sub-user access, just record your own video like in 2 minutes and be like, hey, John, this are the things you need to consider when you're looking at your dashboard. Look at these numbers. Here's how to use the filter. Here's how to save. Here's how to do simple things. That is really what I recommend you share with your clients. All right, any other questions that I can get to right now? All right, I think that is it. Well, thank you everyone for joining us live this week. If you have any questions, our support team is always standing by to help. But please go log in, check out the new automation engine. Let us know what you think. Any feedback, tips are always appreciated. And I also want to mention here is our ideas.mywifi.io, or now feedback.mywifi.io is live. So if you want to see all the platform features that we're working on, you can also go here and vote for the ones that we are working on. Feel free to go in there, vote, add your comments, throw some ideas in there, because we are using this as our main determinant of what to develop next. All right, again, that's feedback.mywifi.io. It's available always right within the dashboard. So please go check that out, because we'd love to know what you think. All right, on that note, thanks everyone. I'll see you guys inside the Facebook group. Take care and happy selling. Bye-bye.